It's Lynn from Tinker Tarot and Cartomancy. My laptop's messing up. It's going off and on and off and on. So if you hear a beep, that's what it is. I'm here to do your December 2025 reading, and it's looking really good. The reason is what jumped out for you in the Sacred Rebels Tarot, or not Tarot, Oracle. I keep doing that is Visions of Life Beyond Death, 44. So 44 is an 8, right? And the 8 is going around one cycle, and you've been going around this cycle, and now you're about to enter a new cycle, okay? The other side of the 8. You keep going. We keep growing. And Visions of Life is about you're getting a vision. Basically, you're getting some sort of clarity in a situation or something you've been going through, and I think it's clarity about the devil in your life, whether that be in your mind, what you're telling yourself, what you're doing to yourself, perhaps. But it could be pleasures that you're giving yourself that are taking you away from your intended path. And it could be something you believe about a situation, could be someone around you, but you're gaining insight here, and you're going to see something in a very different way. In some ways, you may be a little bit embarrassed thinking you've been a fool thinking this way for so long, but don't worry, that will pass. And because it's all about realizing the devil in your life, okay? And what that's doing to your life, basically. So in the body of the tarot in the recent past or early December, maybe even November, you have the 8 of Rods with the 4 of Swords and then the Chariot. Look at all that light and victory. So I feel like you may be getting some news, or you could have been sending out resumes or applying for things, trying to get maybe network or get your work seen somehow, advertising, marketing, anything like that. But this card and this card both indicate travel, so there's a strong possibility of travel. It could be short trips, it could be a big vacation, who knows. But I also feel like at this exact same time, there's something that you're struggling with, okay? Could be an illness, could be a mental illness, could be depression, could be doubt, doubt. But there is something good coming your way, and you're going to be victorious over this situation with the Chariot here. It's a hard-won victory, the Chariot is. And it's when we decide to take control of our lives, right? We take control. We just don't let life happen to us. What do I want to happen? What do I want to do? Where do I want to go? So you're taking the driver's seat here, right? Over this, because if you feel vulnerable in this situation. I don't think you are actually, but you feel that way, okay? In the present, which is probably mid-early December, here you begin with the 10 of Swords. And the 10 of Swords is a great, because this is end of misery. This is end of blaming oneself. This is end of, saying bad things to yourself and all that, and putting up with any sort of behavior. This could be behavior around you, or it could the behavior you yourself have been exhibiting. So it's about someone taking over. This one takes over, or they could be shaming somebody else or bullying, kind of pushy, So but this is the end of this, right? Or maybe you feel pushed around, So that's the end of that, right? You're going to stand up for yourself. And again, you're taking control. In the Chariot, we're taking control. This is some sort of freedom feeling. And this is wise decision making. Like the king looks at the whole playing board here and sees all the different moves and what the possibilities are. So he considers all the possibilities before he makes a decision. He's very solid. He's very practical, but he is, getting control. This could be your landlord, your boss, yourself, in a situation, feeling more in control. But this could also be someone you're dealing with and who's pushing you around, and it's going to be the end of that pretty soon because you're going to take control of the situation. And this doesn't have to be an aggressive control because you're seeing a light here. You're dealing with the devil at the same time. Could be this person, could be a situation. But it's also to taking your time with something. This is wise decision making, okay? So, although the Chariot's very fast energy, when you get information about something, and it could be while you're depressed or while nothing's going on for you, and all of a sudden you get news and things just start moving along very quickly, okay? You're feeling more in control. Near the end of December, this looks like you may be leaving. It seems like a stable situation. If you look at the couple in the background standing in the stone doorway, and there's lots of light coming out, and it looks happy and it seems happy, but there's something you're not happy with. You don't feel loved. You don't feel there's something missing in the situation and you don't feel like it's home for you. Okay. There is a possibility you could be moving, with this Chariot and Emperor card, or you don't feel included. There's something going on there, okay? This could have something to do with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. It doesn't have to be. But someone who's trying to be strategic right now, and this could be you, trying to be strategic. This is the second time we've seen the chessboard. Okay, just trying to be strategic, trying to be analytical, having clarity. Like the king is smart, he's really smart, and he uses all his wits, and he's making decisions based on fact, not feeling, based on fact. Okay, and so I think that this could be a decision you make based on some sort of fact or something, something here. And then you have the Hangman. And in this situation, I think the Hangman represents having a different view on something or giving up a way of thinking, way of interpreting. So, if you heard conversation, you could hear it a few ways, right? You could take it personally and think, oh, geez, they're saying something. They mean I'm dumb, and that's not what they meant at all. And so it's how to look at something in a different way. It's changing your beliefs or sacrificing an old belief or an old way of thinking. Because I think the King of Swords is coming out here. And you're more logical. The King looks at the whole board, right? And I think this is asking you to look at the whole situation. The Hangman has this one view in front of him, and he feels like he has no control, no say, but he does. It's just his view of the situation, right? So. In the cartomancy, you begin with the Four of Spades, and the Four of Spades is doubt. It's that devil energy, right? It's this, this sword energy here, that it's doubt in yourself. When you are strong, you're capable of making your own decisions. You're capable of taking control. You're capable of being happy. You just need to change how you see that happening, or if you deserve it or not, Leo, because we all deserve that. You haven't done anything wrong. We all go through times like this too, where we have a lot of doubt in ourselves, and usually we get defensive more about our own feelings than other people's feelings, right? So what does the cartomancy say? You have the 10 of Hearts, the Jack of Clubs, and the 2 of Clubs. So look, this looks like a really strong friendship. This looks like a long-lasting friendship, or a friendship that you've had for a long time with the Jack of Clubs. I think this person means a lot to you. You could be collaborating together, working together, at least getting together at the very least to enjoy time together here, it looks like to me, okay? This could be a business meeting you also have with someone regarding a new situation that could bring you a lot of happiness. But I feel like you either know this person, you could be related to this person as well, that brings you some good information, a good line on something, you know. Coming in, this is probably like mid-December. You have the Jack of Diamonds, the Ace of Spades, and the 2 of Spades. So the Jack of Diamonds could be someone around you. It could be some gossip or something you might hear that, tell you the truth, this is ending a relationship, it looks like to me. It's ending a relationship. You're going to go your separate ways. You don't see eye to eye. This could be based on something you see or hear, and could be it's during a sensitive time for you, right? May not mean this person has this intention, this bad, or they could be giving you, you're either hearing it or could be giving you a message, say something, and but I think this is kind of during this difficult time with yourself that you're having. And also it could be someone that is bad influence, is bad energy around you, and you just don't want it anymore. You don't want that energy, you know. Wow, this is your third 2. A lot of 2s. Looks like there's a lot of meetings going on, a lot of relationship stuff going on. So then you have the Queen of Hearts, the 6 of Hearts, and the 2 of Diamonds. There could be someone new coming into your life. The Queen of Hearts is usually someone we're attracted to. This is someone we may make plans with. The relationship is growing. This could be a family member also, a sister, a mother, an aunt, where the relationship is going. But I feel like it's more romantic here for you, Leo, because we have some passion involved here. This is, to me, it's like dating, especially with the 6 of Hearts here. I feel like there could be dating or get-togethers, passionate get-togethers. At least this is what you want. This is what you're thinking about, kind of developing with someone that you're attracted to. And I think they're equally attracted to you, if not a family member that you're trying to get close to. Around your work pile, I see work talk happening. Okay, there could be a delay. Okay, could be a delay before they communicate with you, before they get to you. They're planning on talking to you, but there could be delay in that. And so, of course, this is with a King of Diamonds, and the King of Diamonds is successful. It's probably someone older, someone probably in a supervisor or manager position, I feel like. I feel like there's a possibilities, but there may be delay, or maybe something you have to give up, leave behind to pursue this, okay? Like that's kind of the second card of sacrifice that you have. How others are seeing you or influencing you. I think they're enjoying your company, to tell you the truth. I think they see you as happy, nice, considerate. After a time of difficulty, there may have been a time where you had barriers up that nobody could get around. You know, you could have cut them off, or you didn't come around anymore, or something like that. But I feel like this is the end of that time, and you or someone around you is brightening up, becoming happier, changing, kind of. And it could be because of meeting somebody, could have, or someone's maybe mimicking behavior you'd like to have, kind of thing. Or you have behavior they'd like to have. I feel like there's some sort of influence going on here, but I also feel like this is the end of a hard time for you. They're starting to see you more often. You're coming around more often, I see. Wow, what a nice card. This is really nice. So, 9 of Hearts, Queen of Spades, 6 of Diamonds. So, 9 of Hearts is, if you don't know, it's the wish card. And it is, here's you in the middle of all this love, all this happiness. This is emotional fulfillment. So things are going your way. And it could be because of this woman who may be single, not by choice. She could be separated, widowed, or divorced. This could be, I'm not sure if you're meeting this person through the internet, through other people, perhaps. But I feel like there's a connection here. She could be fresh off a relationship and still hurting, still sensitive, still maybe a little bit angry. Or he, I should say. But it looks like something definitely growing, definitely, there's what do I want to say? Not energy, but investment. I think this is someone you're going to invest in. Leo, you didn't tell me. So, 8 of Diamonds, 3 of Clubs, and the 10 of Diamonds. Oh, this is your surprise. So you're not expecting this. So there's definitely some sort of communication here. It's ambitious communication, something that can take you farther than you are now. It's going to require commitment, some hard work and perseverance. You're going to have something you're going to have to focus on, and it's going to bring you long-term security, long-term success, rewards. Like, this is really good news, really good phone call, maybe email, some sort of communication you get. But like I said, it's going to involve commitment, focus, hard work, and perseverance. But the rewards are going to be good. What a nice surprise, Leo. And especially after you've been through all this hard work, this difficult time, but you've risen above, you've come out of it. You got a new attitude. You've got a new attitude. We always have to go through these hard times for a reason. There's something we need to learn about ourselves. There's something we need to accept about ourselves, that despite we might have shortfalls in this area, we're a good person. We work hard, we try. And so this is something you kind of had to go through. It could have been triggered by an event of loss, maybe loss of someone. Maybe, COVID, that you're taking a long time to mentally or physically heal from that, perhaps. Something like that. But you're at the end of it. It's done, and you're really changing how you operate. You possibly could be moving to, there's a possibility, but I see a lot of meetings here, and I see possibly something you need to leave behind. You're going to separate yourself from. That's why I see possible moving, to a new situation. I have to say, though, I don't see the Ace of Hearts or the Ace of Clubs. So you may not be moving. Maybe the other person is. Also, this could be someone you hear about a relationship ending, not yours, but someone's, because here comes the Queen of Hearts right here, right? So, well, I'm really interested in hearing, Leo, if you want to share. And Merry Christmas to all of you out there, and Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah. to some of you. I hope you enjoy the holiday season and don't get too stressed out. It's just stuff. It's just stuff. Show your love, instead of stuff. That's what I say. Anyway, love you bunches. Talk soon. Bye now.